Are you perhaps wondering if the secret to a fulfilling, intimate connection changes with time, or if lingering, unspoken anxieties might be holding you back from truly embracing the deep bonds you share? For generations, stories and whispered myths about what truly ignites passion and satisfaction in a relationship have filled our minds, often leading to unnecessary worry or self-doubt. We're constantly bombarded with unrealistic ideals, causing many of us to question if we or our partners measure up. But what if much of what you've heard about physical intimacy, especially concerning what women truly desire, is simply not accurate? What if understanding the real preferences could unlock a new level of confidence and joy in your relationships, no matter your age? I'm Dr. Rena Malik, a board-certified urologist and sexologist, and today we are going to carefully sift through all the myths, the social media chatter, and even those dinner party jokes about something as sensitive as penis size, whether it's people boasting about a partner's grand dimensions or lamenting a disappointing encounter. It's time we paused for a moment and posed a truly honest question. Do women genuinely want a 12-inch experience as often portrayed? Today, we'll move beyond mere opinions and the endless noise to explore the actual research on what women truly prefer when it comes to penis size. And believe me, the scientific findings we're about to share might genuinely surprise you, potentially replacing old worries with newfound confidence. Let's dive into a couple of ingenious studies that tackled this very question in a clever way, not by simply asking women what they say they prefer, but by carefully examining what they actually choose to purchase. Researchers decided to look at the best-selling sex toys on the market, specifically those designed for vaginal insertion. The thinking here is quite simple, yet powerful. What women actively choose to buy and then use in the privacy of their own homes may provide a much more honest reflection of their true preferences than any verbal report, which can often be swayed by social pressures, the desire to impress, or even just bravado. So, what exactly did these investigators uncover across numerous adult retailers? They found that across 8 of the largest sex toy distributors, the most commonly purchased insertable lengths consistently ranged between 4 to 6 inches. Let me emphasize that again because it's truly remarkable. The popular preference lies predominantly in the 4 to 6 inch range. What's even more revealing is that on 6 of those 8 major websites, the average length of the absolute best-selling toys was found to be less than 6 inches, and the average girth, or circumference, was less than 4.5 inches. This data point is especially noteworthy because it aligns almost perfectly with the average size of a natural erect penis. While I cover the precise average in much greater detail in another video, the quick version is this. Most men, when erect, fall comfortably within the 5 to 6 inch range for length and typically around 4.5 to 5 inches in circumference. This, importantly, is entirely normal. Expanding on this compelling evidence, another study delved specifically into realistic dildos, once again zeroing in exclusively on those proudly labeled as best sellers from the top 5 adult retailers in the United States, as well as Amazon. In this particular analysis, the average insertable length of these highly popular items was found to be approximately 16.7 centimeters, which translates to about 6.5 inches. While this is certainly slightly longer than the average natural erect penis, it's not a significant difference by any stretch. This observation offers a little bit of additional insight. Perhaps some women are curious, or they enjoy experimenting with something just a touch above average for novelty or sensation. But it is abundantly clear that very few are actually seeking out extreme sizes. These findings powerfully suggest a preference for something comfortably within or very near the normal range, rather than exaggerated dimensions. This method of analyzing purchase behavior offers a fascinating window into real preferences, but there's even more to the story. Another dedicated group of researchers meticulously investigated what factors truly drive the popularity of certain sex toys, and this is where the picture becomes even more enlightening and directly relevant to understanding genuine desire. They discovered that factors like the price of the toy and, significantly, its circumference or girth had a much more profound impact on purchase behavior than its insertable length. To put it plainly, it means that a great many women prioritized affordability and, perhaps most crucially, a comfortable fit over simply maximizing or striving for the longest possible length. In fact, their data even showed that toys featuring a larger than average girth were quite often less popular than those designed with average size dimensions. This observation further underscores that, for the vast majority, comfort and pleasure rooted in a realistic fit trump exaggerated size. So, when we bring all these different pieces of research together, what does it truly reveal about women's intimate preferences? It paints a consistent picture suggesting that, when given complete and uninhibited freedom to choose any size they wish for their personal pleasure, most women still overwhelmingly opt for something that falls squarely within the average range in terms of length, perhaps only slightly longer, and, very importantly, something that also possesses an average girth. The resounding conclusion is that intimate satisfaction, for the majority, is simply not about extremes. Instead, it's fundamentally about finding comfort, experiencing genuine pleasure, and discovering what genuinely works best for their unique bodies. This profound insight stands in stark contrast to many of the narratives and often exaggerated claims that circulate in the media and in casual conversations. But critically, these conclusions are solidly grounded in objective data and rigorous research, not fleeting fantasy or sensationalized storytelling. The bottom line for any man, particularly those who might harbor insecurities or simply want honest answers, is wonderfully reassuring. If you comfortably fall within the average range in terms of size, which, it's worth repeating, the vast majority of men absolutely do, then you are unequivocally more than fine. You are entirely normal, and perhaps even more importantly, you are perfectly capable of profoundly satisfying your partner. Yes, naturally, there will always be a few outliers in any conversation, those who crack jokes or those who speak in the language of extremes. But when women are making their private choices for their own bodies, in moments where no one else is watching or judging, they overwhelmingly tend to go for what is average. This is a powerful, comforting truth that truly bears remembering and cherishing. If you found this information as reassuring as we hope, please allow me to warmly invite you to explore one of my earlier videos where I delve even deeper into another fascinating study. That particular research highlighted that women who typically experience vaginal orgasms did report a slight preference for modestly longer penile lengths. But once again, it's crucial to reiterate, we are talking about gentle, modest increases, certainly not anything remotely approaching an extreme. And while we are discussing such sensitive and important topics, I want to take a moment to underscore something even more fundamental and lasting. True sexual connection is about so much more than mere measurements or physical statistics. It blossoms from genuine confidence, from clear, open communication, and from cultivating deep emotional intimacy with your partner. For many men, the journey to building that enduring confidence starts not with endless comparison to unrealistic ideals, but with acquiring accurate, honest knowledge that empowers them. If you've enjoyed this video and found its message helpful, please consider taking a moment to subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss out on more insights like this. Furthermore, we encourage you to share this video with anyone you know who might truly need to hear this powerful message that they are indeed more than enough, just as they are. And above all else, remember to truly take good care of yourself because you are, without a doubt, absolutely worth it.